What's up, everybody? Voodoo here. Welcome to another edition of the weekly ritual. It is a Saturday this time around, June 29th of 2013. Pretty early this week, but I haven't done one of these in a week and a half because I was actually away on vacation last week. So I figured I would do this one, a little bit early this week to kind of catch you guys up and lay out the plans for the next couple of weeks, because it's going to be a really big couple weeks. A lot of stuff to go over this time around, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Get you guys up to speed on the stuff that I have done since my previous weekly ritual that was about a week and a half ago. Firstly, I put up a vlog, a special vlog discussing the Xbox One's decision, or the people who made the Xbox One's decision, to basically completely reverse all of their previous policies that were currently on the Xbox One. So basically the every 24-hour online check-in and the restrictions on used games, that everybody was so upset about with the Xbox One. All of a sudden one day they decided to completely change all of those things and do a complete 180 on everything that they had said. So I filmed a vlog and put it up about my reactions and my thoughts concerning that decision by Microsoft. After that, I uploaded up to part 32 of The Last of Us, so I'm now caught up to where I am in the game as far as uploading. And finally, the last thing I uploaded before I went away on my trip was another edition of Voodoo's Brew. It wasn't episode 14, it was episode 13, part 2, really, where it was a behind-the-scenes look at E3 with the YouTuber The Area Lord, who was actually physically at the E3 Expo, and he was on the floor and got hands-on demos with the new system, some of the games, got into some media presentations. So we did a Voodoo's Brew, had him on, and talked to him about the stuff that he saw at the expo. So that went up as well over this past week. Now, I would like to say that ever since we have been forced over to the YouTube One channel, the views on my channel have been horrific. They have gone through the floor, especially most notably on Voodoo's Brew, where we were easily getting over 100 views every episode previous. The 2 episodes that we have put up since YouTube One channel, the first one, which was our E3 press conference show, has, I think, just over 50 views, and that's several weeks old. And the episode I put up about a week and a half ago with the Air Raid Lord has 30-something views, and that's, as I said, about a week and a half old. So views are pretty abysmal right now because of YouTube One channel. I figured that this was going to happen. It's incredibly hard to find people's content on YouTube One channel. The notion that I had, the thought that I had, that you could actually choose the featured video for subscribers by using the in-video program, featuring a video on as a thumbnail inside your other videos. I thought that by doing that, that would actually also set that to be the featured what to watch next video. Turns out it's not. That is not the case. That doesn't work. So there is no way to feature a specific video. It's impossible. So it is incredibly difficult on this new layout to find anything to keep up with anyone's recent videos. It's awful. YouTube One channel is awful. It's a terrible layout. Worst layout I've ever seen on YouTube by far. It's horrendous. And the worst part is that YouTube doesn't care. And so I don't know what to say. But what I can say is, once again, to reiterate to you guys that these weekly ritual videos have now become the most important series of videos on this channel, because of the fact that this is the only way now I'm able to update you guys on everything that I've uploaded to the channel, because it's so incredibly hard to find the recent things that I've done in the past week, the things that I'd like to feature and all this stuff. I can't do it. It's impossible. I can no longer feature a video. So when I put out something important that I want everybody to see, I can't feature it. There's no way for me to do it. So it just gets lost in the shuffle of everything else I upload, and it's a mess. So once again, I have to reiterate that you must watch these videos, these weekly ritual videos, to stay up to date on everything that I do, and so you don't miss stuff on the channel, because there's no other way for me to feature it other than to make these videos, okay? Another thing that I'd like to announce, finally, after a very long time of going through this process, about 3 months, I am now officially a partner of RPM Networks. The partnership finally went through last night, actually, and they are in the process right now of claiming all 3,000 plus videos on my channel right now. They're supposed to do that automatically. I noticed today that there are some videos that have been claimed. There's a bunch of other videos that have not been, and I don't know if that means that they're just in the process of claiming all the videos and it's just going to take a little while, or if for some odd reason they're not going to claim everything and I'm going to have to go back in and manually claim one by one all the videos that don't get claimed in this bulk thing that they're doing here. But I'm going to wait a couple of days to see. But I am officially a partner of RPM. Now, this means a couple of things that are important to note here, alright? Number one, this makes me an official YouTube partner. Whereas with Google AdSense, I was not a full YouTube partner. I am a full YouTube partner since I'm with RPM. And that lets me do, most notably, live streaming on YouTube. That option is now available to me. And I messed around a little bit with it today with my webcam, doing, like a vlog style stream. You can also stream gameplay on there with the Elgato. The Elgato, actually, the software updated to where you can live stream from the Elgato software to YouTube. I have not messed around with the game streaming yet. I know it basically didn't really work on Twitch because I didn't have good enough internet or whatever. But I got the internet booster. It does give me better internet up here in my room, and I don't know, maybe with YouTube it works better. I don't know. I'm going to be messing around probably with the gameplay streaming, maybe even tonight, but certainly over the next couple of days I'm probably going to be doing some test streams. The good thing about streaming on YouTube now is that you don't have to go to a separate site to watch my streams. So whenever I start streaming on YouTube, it's going to send all of the subscribers a notification that I've gone live, and I can actually schedule live events at a certain time, and you can all see that right there on YouTube. And I think if you're a subscriber of me, when I go live with a stream, you might even get an email saying that I've started streaming. I don't know if that's the case, but it might be. So I think if I can adopt streaming on YouTube, that would be a really good thing. Now what's neat about it is I actually downloaded the encoder, or the program that you use to set up the stream that goes on YouTube, and it is extremely similar, and I believe it must have been made by the same company that made the program I was using for Ustream. So it's almost identical. The interface is almost identical, which is great because I know how to use the other thing was called the Ustream Producer. That was the program I used for Ustream, and this program is very similar. So it's not exactly the same, so I'm going to have to mess around with it. But yeah, so I'm going to be playing around with it. The good thing is that if it works out, it's possible that Brandon and I can start streaming Voodoo's Brew on YouTube instead of streaming it on Ustream. So you don't have to worry about going to Ustream to watch it. You can watch it right on YouTube, and when we go live, you'll get a notification of that, and you can hop right over onto my channel and watch a live stream of the brew. So we have to test it. We have to see if it's going to work out. If it'll work out like the Ustream. I just don't know. But I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to see if I can stream gameplay on YouTube in a decent quality without it lagging. But until I test it, I won't have any more information for you on that. So probably in next week's ritual, I'll be able to tell you a little bit more after I test it this week. So it means that another thing it means is unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to use any third-party licensed music anymore in my videos. So like at the beginning of Voodoo's Brew, I put the the Sam B. Who Do You Voodoo song in there, and my Voodoo's Verdicts, I put like, you know, in the intro I put like a little snippet of the official theme song of whatever game I'm reviewing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anymore because RPM may not let me monetize videos that have copyrighted music. It's not like AdSense, which is basically a joke. This is an actual partnership. So they have a website that I'm actually granted access to now, being a partner, that I can get royalty-free music from. But I would assume it's generic stuff. I really don't know. Again, I have to test it. So I may just try to claim a video that has third-party music and see if it goes through under the radar, or if they do actually chastise me for it and I can't do it. If I can't, I'll look into this royalty-free music site that they've got and see if I can get some cool stuff to add. If I can't use the music anymore, that would kind of suck, I know, but it's a small sacrifice to make to be partnered with a real company. So, you know, that's basically that for RPM. So it opens up a couple of things. I can actually claim videos now that have that match third party. It's not a real copyright strike, but if the automatic scanner that YouTube uses catches like music or something and it says match third party content with AdSense, I could no longer monetize that video. I was having tons of videos being denied monetization. With this, it doesn't seem to be a problem. I can actually claim videos that have that match third-party content. I can claim it anyway, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of processing period like there was with AdSense, where you set it up to be claimed and then it has to wait for a while and be processed before it can be monetized. When I claim a video now through RPM, it's instantly activated and monetized. It doesn't have to go through any process. So, very cool. I'm happy. I want to thank RPM for letting me sign up with them. I really appreciate it, and it's gonna open up some cool things. I'm gonna play around like this streaming and see what we can do with it. But I wanted to talk about that now. Big plans, big things the next couple of weeks, especially not so much this week coming up, but the week after. Okay. So this week, what am I going to be doing on YouTube? This week, the plan is to beat The Last of Us. Okay. There's still a good amount of the game left, so I got to get down and actually play some and try to beat it. I'm probably not tonight because I just got back from my trip last night around midnight. So I'm kind of taking today to just chill and you know, get back to normal life here, and you know, get back to living at home, and just kind of taking it easy for today. But probably starting tomorrow and through the rest of the week, I'll be playing some of The Last of Us every night if I can. Oh, excuse me. So I can try to beat it and wrap it up this week or into the weekend, because I need to beat it this week. So that's really the plan for this week, is The Last of Us. End of the campaign and hopefully multiplayer, and then a review at the end of the week. That's really it. That's my only plans for stuff this week, okay? Now, the week after is a big one, because that is that Tuesday, July the 9th, so a week from this Tuesday coming up, is when I fly out to California to actually meet and visit Brandon in person, which starts our 10-day trip, 5 days there, 5 days back here with the two of us. So this week is going to be kind of busy for me outside of YouTube, because I have to do a lot of things to get ready for this trip. I need to actually clean my room, my bathroom, get everything cleaned up. I want to make it look nice for when Brandon comes back and visits. I need to go to like the store and buy all the airplane friendly bottles and stuff like that for shampoos and all that other kind of stuff, because there's so many regulations now about what you can and can't bring on a plane and how it has to be presented. It's ridiculous. So I got to go to the store and buy all that kind of stuff. You know, I need to visit like my grandparents. My niece, my 4-year-old niece is actually here visiting for the week, and so we're going to be probably going out and doing stuff a couple of days with her. And I need to like wash my car, and I need to do. I'm also going to Baton Rouge one of the days this week, because I haven't seen Tyler and Dave in a long time. I haven't actually seen Tyler in like a month and a half. I haven't seen him. I mean, it's crazy. It's like the longest time I've gone without seeing him since we met. And Dave, I haven't seen him for like a month either. So they're both at summer school at LSU in Baton Rouge. So I'm probably going to head up there one evening this week to go visit them and go to dinner with them. So it's going to be very busy outside of the channel as well. So it's going to be pretty hectic trying to do all that stuff to get ready for this trip, visit my friends and everything, and beat The Last of Us. But I'm going to do my best starting tomorrow to try to get that balance and beat the game, okay, before I go on the trip. So anyway, as far as the trip week, what can you expect? Let me check my time. Oh, this is going to be a long video. Excuse me if you see my pajama, I'm wearing my pajama pants. Actually, all my shorts and stuff are dirty from vacation, so this is all I have. But yeah, this is going to be a long video. I kind of thought it was going to be. But anyway, trip week. Next Voodoo's Brew is going to be Monday, July 8th. That's when we are going to be filming it. That is the night before I leave to go visit Brandon. So, as far as will it be streamed, I have no earthly clue, because we streamed episode 13 of Voodoo's Brew. No one came to the stream on Ustream. If we can get it to work to stream on YouTube, we probably will. If we can't, we probably won't bother streaming it on Ustream, because I don't think anyone's going to show up. So, as far as if it's going to be streamed or not, I can't tell you that right now. I don't know. It depends on if it works on YouTube. We're actually going to be filming it on July 8th that night, and I will be uploading it overnight that night on July 8th without any picture editing or anything like that, because I don't have time. I leave the next day. So I'm just going to be putting it over one still picture, and it's basically just going to be audio without the pictures, because I don't have time to do it. So July 8th, one way or another, episode 14 will be of Voodoo's Brew will be up. That's going to be previewing the trip, talking about all the stuff we're planning on doing, actually reminiscing back to when we met a couple of years ago, and kind of talking about how our friendship has kind of evolved since then. It's going to be a really cool episode to kind of get more of an inside story on Brandon and I, and a cool preview to the trip, alright? Then, as I said, I leave. My flight actually isn't until the night of Tuesday, July 9th. My flight doesn't leave till like 7:40 p.m., so it's pretty late. I'm going to be getting to California, I think it's around 10 o'clock p.m. their time, Pacific time, so that's like midnight my time, or 1 a.m. Eastern, so pretty late. But then from July 9th through July 14th, which is the date that we fly back here, I'm going to be taking vlogs of California and all the stuff we do out there. I'm going to be taking tons and tons of vlogs and pictures and all that kind of stuff that I'll be uploading. And we're going to be doing another episode of Voodoo's Brew, episode 15, probably the night before we leave to come back here. So probably July, what day I say? Oh, July 13th would be the night before we come back here. We'll probably be doing episode 15 of Voodoo's Brew, recapping what we did in California, and then previewing what we're going to do here in New Orleans. Then July 14th, we're going to be flying back here to New Orleans, and the same deal is going to happen here that happened there. We're going to go out and do things. I'm going to be taking tons of vlogs, pictures, all that kind of good stuff. And then the night before Brandon leaves to go back, which would be July 18th, we'll do episode 16 of Voodoo's Brew, which will be recapping the whole trip and, you know, talking about our experiences. So we're going to have 3 Voodoo's Brews in 2 weeks. July 8th, the plan is anyway, July 8th, July 13th, and July 18th. Okay, and the cool thing about those, all 3 of those, the last 2, Brandon and I will be in person. We'll actually be together in the same room for the first time ever doing Voodoo's Brew. So that'll be pretty cool. Obviously the first one won't, because we won't be together yet. But yeah, the trip is almost here. It's really blowing my mind right now, because we made the trip back like close to my birthday, like May 12th, and the trip seemed like so long. You know, it was like basically 2 months away at that time, and now it's only like 10 days. It's like, it's crazy. It's like 9 or 10 days away, and we're getting super excited. We're really hyped up for this trip. We think it's going to be fantastic, and yeah, we can't wait. So that's next week, if you can believe it, is going to be the first part of the trip out in California. So I'm pretty stoked about it, and I hope you guys are stoked too. It's going to be a pretty monumentous occasion on this channel. You know, that the two of us will actually, we've been doing stuff on YouTube for 2 years, we're finally going to actually meet and, you know, be like normal friends and actually go out and do stuff in person, because right now we're only limited by what we can do over the internet and you know, online and stuff like that. But with this trip, we'll actually be together in person like real friends and go out and do all kinds of different stuff that we couldn't obviously do before. So should be pretty cool. But again, as I mentioned before all that craziness, which will be this week coming up, will hopefully be the conclusion of The Last of Us. If I can get that done, I really need to get it done, and here's hoping that that happens. So yeah guys, that's basically it. A lot of information. Hope you guys got all that. But thanks for watching this episode of the Weekly Ritual, and stay tuned. If you see me, like I said, over the next couple days, you'll probably see some random streams be popping up on YouTube of me testing certain things. Feel free to come on to the stream and see what I'm doing. It actually helped me a lot, because if you're there, I can ask you, you know, how the stream looks and if things are working properly, because I can't really tell on my end necessarily how the stream is looking and doing on YouTube. So that would actually help me if, when you see a stream, if I'm doing a stream or whatever, you hop on there, check it out, and give me some feedback. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much. I will see you this week with The Last of Us, and big Weekly Ritual next week. You're not going to want to miss that, because that is the official week that I'm going to be traveling. So I'm going to have all the information, all the details, the lowdown for you guys on next week's ritual. That one you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be all about the trip, and that's going to be your one-stop shop pre-trip. Okay, so again, thanks for watching. I'm Voodoo. We'll see you this week, and yeah, stay tuned. Should be a lot of fun. So again, thanks to RPM Networks. Very excited to be with them, and we'll see where it takes us. So until next time, see you later.